Welcome to Luxury Dallas, your go-to guide for the city's finest. If you like living high in the sky, then this is the show for you. Coming up on today's show, first we join Courtney Vucekovich with Level Properties as she shares a few of her favorite high-rise units that are about to hit the market. Then we sit down with Skintastic's Dr. Jeffrey Edelglass to discuss the advancements in liposuction. And finally, we learn a little bit about a unique way of approaching real estate from an even more unique broker, Level Properties CEO Junior Desnor. So don't go anywhere, because this promises to be another exciting show. Welcome to Luxury Dallas. I am so excited to be here with Courtney Vucekovich from Level Properties. Oh my gosh, this is like a bachelorette dream pad come true.
It's amazing, Leanne. I am so excited to be here. This is not even on the market yet, so I'm so excited to give you guys a private tour. This is the prestigious residences at the Ritz Carlton. The name alone says it all. The Ritz set the standard for American luxury living back in 1927 and has maintained that reputation and so much more to this day. It's in the center of everything, adjacent to the largest urban cultural arts district in the country, and walking distance from the central business district and the best entertainment in town. The Ritz offers the perfect combination of a secluded retreat feel with urban excitement. This amazing 23-story condominium holds 95 luxury homes. This is a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath unit valued right under $3 million. In the entryway, we are greeted with this beautiful polished marble floor. It continues into this guest powder bathroom, and we see these beautiful Michelangelo granite countertops. This is the library. I absolutely love the 10-foot ceilings and the hardwood floors. But these fabulous built-ins have their own custom bejeweled Edgar J. Barabee hardware. These fabulous hardwoods continue into the living room, and the beautiful Venetian plastered walls really complement this amazing marble fireplace that you can turn on and off with the click of a switch. This elegant guest bedroom has beautiful lacquer finished walls. If you've ever painted a room red, you know what hard work it was to achieve this beautiful rich color. The black moldings and trim really are a great finishing touch on this beautiful room. Even the cat is living luxuriously. I love this fabulous feminine bedroom. It gives you a light, bright, and airy feel. You have access to your garden terrace and amazing views of the entire city. I think these are the best views in the entire house. This is every fashionista's dream closet and what truly makes this condo a bachelorette pad. You have the perfect cabinets to display your designer shoes, handbags, and you even have your own private island with granite countertops, Edgar J. Barabee hardware to hold your jewelry, and your own chandelier inside of your closet. You even have personal hiding spaces behind this mirror. In this master bathroom suite, we have marble everywhere, as you can see. Imagine the views of Reunion Tower from this deep inset tub with 8 jets. Every girl knows the kitchen is the heart of the home, and this open kitchen is perfect for entertainment. Can't you just see yourself sitting around here with your friends, having a glass of wine from your dual wine fridges on each side of the Sub-Zero Hideaway fridge, or from the wet bar with its own custom ice machine? Your friends can sit here around the big, oversized island as you cook on top of your Wolf stove, watch TV, or pop something in the microwave. We're ending our tour of this incredible bachelorette pad in the intimate yet formal dining room, adorned with these beautiful Corinthian columns and underneath this Venetian glass chandelier. The best part of living at the Ritz Carlton is if you're like me and you can't cook, you can call downstairs to Faring's restaurant, have it catered in, set it up like you prepared it, and nobody will know the difference. This is the famous W Dallas Residences. Located just west of downtown in the heart of Victory Park, the W is where you go to see and be seen. The W has been known to be a favorite amongst celebrities and professional athletes because of its 5-star services and ultra-modern interiors. The W defines urban luxury. Now that I've shown you how a fun, flirty bachelorette lives, it's time to see how the boys live. Let's check out the ultimate bachelor pad. This is the guest bedroom and bathroom. With 10-foot ceilings and hardwood floors, this is a simple, clean, and modern layout. It welcomes guests for a day or two, but after a while, it says it's time to leave. This pocket sliding door is a modern touch that gives your guests extra privacy. You can tuck it away if you want the room to be more open, or slide it shut for privacy. In this living room, the Italian furniture really complements the dark hardwood floors and the sleek museum finished walls. This is a great room, perfect for any bachelor. You turn on the game, you want to grab a beer, you come up here to the fridge and you don't miss a beat. The neat thing about this Amelia Sub-Zero fridge is that it's hidden behind this Verena custom-made cabinetry. Should we take a peek inside? What do you know, stocked full of champagne and beer. No surprise there. One thing I love about this beautiful modern kitchen are these amazing quartz granite countertops. You can literally take a pan right off the stove, set it on your counter, and not worry about a thing. These sleek and beautiful Verena cabinets are the perfect combination of form and function. When your hands are full, you just can pop it shut. The easy slide drawers shut themselves. This is the master suite. A unique thing about this room is it has a separate space that could be made into an office, because we all know that residents at the W like to work as hard as they play. Check out this incredible master bath suite. This is a deep inset Egyptian soaking tub. Can you imagine the relaxation you would feel in here? Across the way are these his and her Kohler sinks, highlighted by these ultra-modern fixtures. Take a look at this spacious closet. You have everything you need on display. From working out to going out, it's all at your fingertips. I love this spacious balcony. Whether you want to come out here, read a book, invite some friends over and grill, or have a drink before you head over to the American Airlines Center that is literally steps away. When you walk in through these 8-foot double wood doors, you'll first notice the elegant inlaid marble and granite flooring. This really sets the tone for the rest of this incredible home. If you don't feel like walking up the 3 flights of stairs, you can take the elevator to floors 17, 18, and 19. The next homeowner is going to inherit an amazing piece of art. This glass inlaid in limestone carries up all 3 floors and was meticulously made by hand. Typically, an oil-rubbed bronze and wood staircase may feel a bit heavy, but in this case, with the glass following you up to the 3rd floor, it really continues the expansive vibe this unit gives off. This infinity-inspired guest bath has a perfectly squared mosaic-tiled sink that reminds me of a mini infinity pool. The detail of the tile carries through from the mirror all the way to the metal inlaid accent tiles. This is the master suite, occupying the entire 3rd floor. It has its own private fireplace and 2 balconies. One accessible from the master bedroom, the other accessible from the bathroom. Let's go check out the master bath. Look at this amazing master bath suite. Who wouldn't love soaking this tub, admiring views of the entire city? I don't know about you, but this is the most incredible shower I've ever been in. Surrounded by obsidian petite tiles and granite, we have this amazing Kohler steam shower, and not to mention these incredible views. This kitchen is an entertainer's dream. It has almost 30 feet of granite counter space. For the chef in you, we have complete Thermador appliances. Look at the attention to detail. This backsplash is basket weave glass and marble. How fabulous. Walls of windows and high ceilings accentuate the expansive living space. With event lighting by Lutron and remote-controlled shades, you can set the perfect mood for any occasion. Earlier in the master bedroom, I mentioned 2 private balconies, but that wasn't true. Really, this is an outdoor living space, not a balcony. It's almost 600 square feet. That's like a small apartment. Can you imagine ending your day here with a glass of wine, watching the beautiful sun go down behind the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge?
Coming up after the break, we sit down with Dr. Jeffrey Edelglass and his staff at Skintastic to learn about the latest advancements in liposuction and how you could be your ideal weight by the holidays.
So No. Where'd you have it done? Cheryl, you look fantastic.
Skintastic, girl. Skintastic over in Dallas. It was a perfect weekend. 5-star hotel, limo, just Jack and I, and no one in this town has a clue.
When it's time for a little nip tuck, let the pros at Skintastic set it all up over in Dallas. No hassle, no worry, and no one needs to know.
Fantastic. Skintastic.
I've been practicing aesthetic medicine for over 30 years, and we were one of the first people to introduce smart lipo here in Dallas. The difference between traditional liposuction and smart liposuction is that smart lipo incorporates a laser. And what this laser does is it liquefies the fat, which makes it easier to remove. It also, by using this laser, it tightens the skin. So we get a dual result, not only a more shapely body, but tighter skin. Smart Lipo is my liposuction of choice, and the reason being the technology was thoroughly investigated. It works unbelievable, and none of the other companies have come up to the standard, in my opinion, that was set with Smart Lipo.
Smart Lipo is done in the office. It's a procedure that is very safe in the office. It uses a tumescent anesthesia, which is a local anesthesia, so you don't have to be put under general anesthesia like you would for traditional lipo. Very safe, very convenient for the patient, and yes, it's absolutely done in our office. Smart Lipo is best suited for someone who needs to lose inches. It is a definitive procedure. It is not a half measure. You can lose a lot of size and be sculpted really, really well with Smart Lipo versus some of the topical solutions. Men do very well with Smart Lipo. Love handles, places where you tend to store fat naturally, your abdomen. Some guys really get it in their chest. If you have that, this procedure is perfect for it. Women are great candidates for Smart Lipo because we tend to grab weight in the abdomen and in the thighs, and it becomes unattractive with time. So removing it, giving you back the figure you used to have, is one of the great benefits of Smart Lipo, and it's done really safely and conveniently in an office setting. The Smart Lipo procedure is done in the office. You will come in, Dr. Edelglass offers IV sedation, which makes this procedure so easy. You'll go in, you'll get an IV, you'll be relaxed, tumescence is done, Dr. Edelglass comes in, uses a laser, removes your fat. You'll be up and out of the office after about 3 to 4 hours. You'll go home. We'll see you back the next day. You can start resuming normal activities pretty shortly after. One of the questions that we often get asked at Skintastic is, what's the difference between traditional lipo and Smart Lipo? This cannula right here is a small, one of the original cannulas we used for traditional lipo. This is where the laser fiber goes through. You can see the size of the two cannulas is significant. This required an incision. This merely requires a 1.5 millimeter punch, which is a small hole that doesn't even require a stitch. And this is what Dr. Edelglass uses to remove the fat. As you can see, a lot smaller, a lot less downtime, a lot smoother patient. Recovery from Smart Lipo differs from traditional lipo because you don't have general anesthesia, so you don't have to recover from that. You're going to basically be in a compression garment, and what the compression garment does is it makes it comfortable for you, keeps your skin and your muscle moved together since you're missing that fat layer now. And basically after 2 weeks of wearing the garment, you kind of go back to your normal life. Smart Lipo is really great in that you will see results the very next day. You will swell up after Smart Lipo to a certain extent, but every day it gets better and better. It takes about 3 to 6 months to get your final result. So don't buy that belt, or buy the belt, don't buy new clothes until you get to that point, because you're going to continue to shrink. After you've had smart lipo, those fat cells are in a can. They're not going to be back with you anytime soon. You can still gain weight with smart lipo, but you really have to work on it. Like I said, those fat cells, they're gone.
I firmly believe in smart lipo, but another important factor is the surgeon. I've been practicing aesthetic medicine for over 30 years. I have lots of experience, and it's important to have faith and trust in your surgeon. We have an excellent safety record and a great aesthetic record, and I love every day doing what I do.
One of the questions that we often get asked about our cannulas is this being traditional and this being what Dr. Edelglass uses to remove fat from the smart lipo, the texture and the smoothness that's allowed. If you think of a cheese grater on the large side, if you've ever grated cheese, you'll see it really is not very smooth after you use a cheese grater on the large side. But they also have a very fine side, and this is a very fine cannula for making precision work. That allows you to make a very smooth surface, which is really hard to do with lipo. We're lucky to have Dr. Edelglass doing it.
I enjoy performing smart lipo because I love the results I get with my patients and the happiness I see on their faces. I get to make beautiful women even more beautiful. What a great job I have.
Welcome back to Luxury Dallas. If you're tired of the same old game with realtors, well then meet Junior Desnor. We sat down with Junior to learn his fresh approach to the brokerage business and how he plans to level the playing field.
Well, I'm Junior Desnor. My real name is Garcia Desnor Jr. I'm from Haiti, born and raised Dallas native, and Level Properties is my baby. It's my brainchild. As a young broker, it's a company that I envisioned many years ago, and I've introduced it to the city and the world this year. We're excited about it. Level Properties actually started out as an assimilation real estate company, and what that is we go around, we find neighborhoods that are in need of development. We go to each household, we knock on every door, and we say, hey, if you sell your house with your neighbor, you can get more for your money. If you sell your house with your entire street, we can get hundreds of thousands of more dollars. And by taking that concept, what we wanted to do, we wanted to level the playing field between the homeowners versus the developers. So that's how Level Properties came to be. So when I came up with the concept of level and Level Properties and my property assimilation, it all started from wanting to help my grandma out. She was in one of these houses that's probably worth, my grandpa bought it, I want to say for $17,000. He bought the house, my grandma has been living in it ever since, and now their neighborhood is primed for development. It's sitting in one of the last undeveloped neighborhoods in the inner city in Dallas, and I knew developers were chomping at the bits to get their hands on it, but they couldn't grab enough land in one purchase to really do anything with it. So I figured, let me represent the neighborhood. So I put a sign in my grandma's yard, then I went to my grandma's neighbor who I grew up with as well, put a sign in that yard. By the end of my first year, I had an entire city block. I had 26 houses with my sign in every single yard. I had developers all across the country calling me, wanting to invest and purchase this entire city block. Now that was in 2007, and the timing was a little off. But as a young guy fresh out of college, it was an amazing learning experience, and it all started with wanting to help my grandma, wanting to help these people that didn't have a chance to compete against these big time developers. Now, the neighborhood is called North Park. Now, people say North Park and you think of North Park Mall, but that's not the case. There's a neighborhood called North Park just west of Greenway Parks, and the actual streets are Inwood and University, north to Inwood and Lovers Lane, west to Lemon Avenue and University. That encompasses the subdivision called North Park. It's a subdivision that was built back in the 1915, 1930 range, and it was built for the maids, the housekeeping, for the people in the new, it was new back then, Highland Park, University Park, Swiss Avenue. That's where the maids, that's where the nannies all lived. They would take the bus down University. They would take the bus down Lemon Avenue and go to their homesteads. These houses are older houses. I'd say they range from 700 to about 1,100 square feet. Most of them are built of wood with just shingle roofs, all in disrepair. But the neighborhoods last generations. I happen to grow up in that neighborhood. I love it. But as the neighborhood ages, a lot of the community that grew up in those houses, they've unfortunately passed away, and the children have moved to different neighborhoods. So the children are left with these houses that they have to maintain, pay taxes on, really just keep up, and a lot of times that doesn't happen. I was ahead of my time in 2007 when I started assimilating these properties, and the best piece of advice I got in my young real estate career at that time was from a big time developer that I really looked up to. He came in, he looked at my development, looked at my project, and said to me, "Junior, it's better to have a bad product in good times than have a good product in bad times." And he said, "Unfortunately, son, this is a good product in bad times." So we were unsuccessful with selling our first block, but going door to door, seeing how hard doing and putting a big deal together really is, was an amazing learning experience. And even though we didn't sign on the dotted line, I met a lot of great big time developers that I never thought I'd be able to sit in a room with, and I learned a lot. While I was assimilating these properties, going door to door, I hired an attorney, and he said, "Junior, just to be safe, you want to be sure you have your real estate license." And even though I got my real estate license back in Lubbock when we were flipping houses, I was never an active agent. Now, as the deals fell through, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I had this real estate license. So I said, well, hey, I'm a pretty self-confident guy. Let me go sell some houses in the meantime. Even though it's a bad market, I could hone my craft, if you will. So I joined a local real estate brokerage firm. And I was never that focused on selling houses. I did it because I needed to. I was always more focused on how the office ran, how it worked. What the broker had to do on a daily basis, what the office manager had to do on a daily basis, because once I was in that office setting, I knew that I wanted to be a broker. I saw what things could be tweaked, what things could be changed, and that's inevitably the infancy of Level Properties as you guys know it today. After I left my assimilation business, I became a real estate agent at Keller Williams Turtle Creek, an amazing, beautiful brokerage firm where I've probably learned more about running a brokerage than anywhere else, in good and bad. The people that were there were great. The agents that were there were great. The management was amazing, but I was able to see what can tear an office apart and what could bring an office back together. Like I said, I was an agent that sold houses because I needed to, but I was more interested in the turmoil, the drama, the successes, and the really rebranding and rebirth of a brokerage firm, and I got to see that start to finish. Through my amazing experiences in life, I wanted to come up with a real estate company that had a different attitude, that treated people differently, that treated their employees differently, and by creating Level Properties, it was my big opportunity to do it and to try it. I want to say our major differences between my company and other traditional real estate brokerage firms out there is that my number one priority is my agents. My agents are the ones that show up every day. My agents are the ones that represent the name and the brand that we take out there to the public. My experience at my past brokerages and other brokerages across the country, I want to say agents come and go. It's almost a revolving door. I wanted a place where agents came and they stayed. They lasted a long time. They could truly build a career for decades and decades, and that was something I didn't see being done anywhere else. Also, by being an agent myself, I would see how much harder being a real estate agent is than people think. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. It's more than just putting pictures online, typing up a cheesy description of a property, and there you go. It's a lot more work than that, and I wanted, as a broker, to give a reward to my agents that came to my company. So that's where the inception of having a salary paid employee really came to be. Now, having a salary paid employee, there's other byproduct benefits that come along with that. And I want to say our biggest applause from our clients right now is the fact that when they go out with our agents, they know that our agents aren't pushing them on a property because they get paid more or they want to get paid quicker. We're motivating them to get that property because we want them to get their dream home. By creating a real estate brokerage firm that focuses on our agents and focuses on family, focuses on commitment, not only do we back that up by paying our agents salaries, but we do that by giving them a work environment, by giving them the latest in technology, by giving them a safe, new, reliable mode of transportation to where you don't have to worry about using your gas. You don't have to worry about using your miles to show this client. You don't have to worry about bringing a client back to your house. You can come to the office. We have wonderful lighting, wonderful music, food, drinks, a place where agents can come, relax, explore, be creative. That's the type of environment we want here. As with any family, nurturing and watching your agents grow is very important to me. So the agent that comes to our brokerage firm who's never sold a house before, never leased an apartment before, more than anything, I want to take those agents day one at a starting base salary. And I want to see those agents grow. As their lives and their families develop and grow, I want their salaries to grow as well. So I'm often asked, where do I see the future of Level Properties? And I always tell people, I want to be the #1 real estate company in the world. You know, you hear of RE/MAX, you hear of Century 21. I want to be those guys. And that's in part why I didn't name my company after myself, because I know it's more than me. You look at local real estate brokerage firms, a lot of them bear the name of their very successful brokers. But I knew that from the inception of Level Properties, that if I name this brokerage firm Junior Desenor Realty, that may limit my growth. With the new ideas, the new methods we have, naming it Level Properties gave everyone a playing field. If I have a broker in California that calls me and says, I love your model, I love your look, I love what you guys are about, how do I get my hands on a Level Properties franchise? I want them to be able to take that Level Properties franchise in their county, in their city, in their community, and have it be their own. So at the end of the day, I see Level Properties on every street, on every corner, in every city, in every neighborhood, helping local residents buy, sell, lease, or list real estate. And I think if all signs point in the direction I think they're pointing now, I think that can happen.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Luxury Dallas, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. But until then, go like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter so you can stay updated on all that is this city's finest. Luxury Dallas has been brought to you by Skintastic, your beauty realized. For information on booking a segment, contact Lamont PR. This has been a production of Media Matters, when your message needs to matter.